Today we are going to read about algorithms and flowchart, class 8, chapter 3, ICSE board. Now in this chapter we will read about what is algorithms. Okay, part 1 and part 2. Part 2 I will prepare afterwards. Part 1 I have prepared and part 1 I have prepared about what? Algorithms. In this part we will read about three things. First of all, what is algorithm? We will read about. Then characteristics of any good algorithms. Then we will read about step to develop an algorithm. Okay. Now let's start with what is an algorithm. What do you mean by an algorithm? Algorithm is a set of instruction given by step to step to do a work. Means algorithm is a instruction. Anything. If you have any instruction which you are giving in step by step form, it is known as algorithm. For example, in cooking time, cooking recipes are there. What cooking recipes? Cooking recipes, how they are taking? Step by step. Step 1, take a bowl. Step 2, step 3, step 4. Everything was given in step by step form. This step by step form is known as algorithm. Okay? Instructions given in step by step form is known as algorithm. This is about algorithm. Here in your book, one example is given about to make a tea or make a sandwich. In everything, we require a step. If a single step will be wrong, the tea will be not prepared nice one. Okay. So, instructions given in a step-by-step form is known as algorithm. Now we will read about characteristics of a good algorithm. What are the characteristics of a good algorithm? Let's discuss. Here what we are saying, characteristics of the good algorithm. Means what are the characteristics to have a good algorithm? First category should be input. Means if you are doing any algorithm work, algorithm is what I have told you. To solve any problem, you need to do a process in a step-by-step way. Instruction given in a step-by-step form to solve any problem. So if you want to solve any problem, there should be input also. Without input, there will be no problem. If input will be there, then it will solve and it will show you the output. So first thing, what is the main characteristics of a good algorithm is there should be some input. What is the second one? Correctness. What is the correctness? Algorithm should show you the correct answer. What? Algorithm should show you the correct answer. And for correct answer, what should you have? You should give a correct information to the algorithm, because algorithm is a step-by-step process. It will not solve you for it. Okay. When you give a step-by-step process and you will give an incorrect information, what? Incorrect input or incorrect information or incorrect problem or incorrect formula, then it will show you the incorrect answer. But there should be a correctness on an algorithm. What the second characteristic of an algorithm? There should be a correctness in an algorithm. Next, third one is precision. Precision means accurate and exact. Means accurate and exact. What you are inputting, there should be accurate and exact. Not more than, not less than, like that. Okay, that should be accurate. 25 means 25. Not you say like that. To less than 25 or more than 25. Not like that. Okay, it should be accurate and exact. Then only algorithm will show you the correct answer. Third one, feasibility. Feasibility means your input should not be out of universe. Means it should be a finite one. It should be possible. It should be possible. For example, if I give you a task, go and remove all the water from the ocean with the help of a bottle cap. It is possible. Is it not possible? It is possible, but it will take so much time. Okay. Same to same, feasibility means give that input which is possible. Don't give unnecessary inputs or unnecessary problems to the algorithm which is not at all possible. Okay. So that your problem should be possible. This is a feasibility. Then fifth number we have a finite. Finite means infinite, you know, means अनगिनत बहुत सारी चीजें, मतलब जिसको हम काउंट नहीं कर सकते. Same ocean example I will give here also. Finite means if I tell you any to do work and that work will go for a long time, means year it will take, 2 years it will take, then it is not a good algorithm. Okay, this should be a fixed type. Means a start will be there, means an end should also there. First example, if you are starting an algorithm, there should be and also. Okay, if no n means it is a useless algorithm. So this was for our finite one. Now we have a generality. Is means nothing that it should be understood by all of us. Means, for example, English, Odia is there, Chhattisgarhi is there, Rajasthani is there, Gujarati is there. So many languages are there. So in your bank, which form should be there that everyone can read? Oh, if anyone know how to read and write, which handwriting or which not handwriting, which language should be there so that everyone can learn or read? Means it should be English. Why English? Because it is a general language. Means this can be read by everyone who have read in a school. They can read English very well and properly. What is your name, like that. So generality means you should prepare a algorithm like that everyone can understand. It doesn't mean that I have prepared an algorithm and I have given to someone or you or someone else, and you and someone else are not able to understand that one and tell how they will solve that problem. So generality means there should be a specified or a particular language or a particular way that everyone can understand it. Next one and the last of the characteristics of a good algorithm is output. What? Output. What is an output? If there is an input, after all this processing, there should be output. If there will be no output, it means it is not a good algorithm. Output should be there. After this, we will read about step to develop an algorithm. What? Different steps to develop an algorithm. I hope you all have understand this one. What are the characteristics of a good algorithm? What is the characteristics of a good algorithm? Input, correction, correctness, precision, feasibility, infinite, generality, output. Okay. Now we will learn about step to develop an algorithm. Before going to start how step to develop an algorithm, you should learn about what? Problem solving process. Because algorithm is an effective step to solve a problem. And what do you mean by a problem solving process? What? Problem solving process. What comes under problem solving process? Okay. Now we will learn about little bit. You should understand about what is the problem solving process. In your book it is given. Before developing an algorithm, you should learn about what is a problem solving process. Okay. Let's start. What do you mean by a problem solving process? Problem solving in our day-to-day life, we are solving so many problems. For example, in human mentality, if you have any problem to do with, you are solving it, right? In business, you are solving the accounting problem. In school, you are solving the maths problem. In every way, we are solving something. Like that, from problem solving, what the steps you are carrying forward? Means, what step you are taking to solve a particular problem. So that steps we will read now. First of all, what are the step 1? We will read about step 1. What is the step 1? Step 1 is problem description. What? Problem description. Problem description. What do you mean by a problem description? What do you think? What do you mean by a problem description or a problem specification? Means what type of problem you have got. You have to first see what type of problem you have got. This is known as problem description. What type of problem? Math problem, accounting problem, cooking problem, clothes washing problem. What type of problem you are getting? First of all, you have to see that in a problem solving process. What type of problem is? Now we have so many type of problems. Don't worry, that you just understand that. Problem description means step 1 to solve any problem. You have to see what type of problem you are getting. Now step 2. What we have step 2 after problem description? What should we do? After problem description, we should do problem analyze. What? Problem analysis. What is problem analysis? Now you see what you can do with the problem. Is there everything given in the problem? Means what you need to solve a problem. You have described also. Already you have described which type of problem is this. For example, this is a problem to make a tea. For example, okay, you want to make a tea, but there is a problem that I have to make a T description over. I have to make a T. Now analyze the problem. Analyze means see everything is given or not. For making tea, what are requirements? Bowl requirement, water, tea leaves, sugar and milk, etc. Then all the things are available or not. You have to analyze it. Problem analysis. You have to analyze it that everything is available or not. This is known as problem analyzing. Is it means any doubt you have regarding the problem, you can ask to your teacher or like that. Sir, is there we have tea or not? Means anyone asks you a problem, okay, you have this type of problem, or what can you do? You ask the reasons. Sir, did we have tea? Did we have like that? Everything you ask. If all the satisfaction will be there, then you can analyze that. I can make the tea with these things what the sir have given to me. Now third, what is there? Step 3. What step 3 says that this develop a high level algorithm. What? Develop a high level algorithm. Now I will only write develop means after description you have described that you have to make a tea. Okay. Then you analyze that everything is there or not. Means you ask different type of question. Any doubt you have regarding the description, you ask every type of question. Is there these things available? Is I have this or not? I have that or not? Like that, everything you have asked. After asking everything, now develop a high level algorithm. High level algorithm means now step by step you write. First of all, page number 37, that it was shown you how to develop a high level algorithm with the help of these two. For example, they have said given how to prepare a tea. So what is the problem description? Problem description is I need to prepare a tea. What is the analysis? What you will do? Analyze means what are the thinking or what are the questions you ask from your instructor or teacher. So prepare a tea. First of all, I need to know the ingredients. What are the ingredients used on the prepare a tea? I need to know that one. First of all, analysis. What should I do like that? Okay. Then I need to know how many cups to be prepared. Means how many people are there and how many cups to be prepared. Third, what I want to know that the step to prepare it. The steps to prepare it. How to prepare it. I want a recipe. Then start writing a algorithm. For example, step 1, what they have given, pour water in a tea pan, then add step 2, add sugar, then step 3, add a tea leaf, then step 4, boil the above for a minute, then step 5, what given, add milk and boil it again, then step 6, sieve and serve it. Like that, you can write different steps to develop a high level language. After writing that one, anyone in your home, anyone can see it and prepare a tea for you. You can add some special features also like that. Add 2 spoons of sugar, add 1 spoon of tea leaves. Like that you can prepare it also. Step by step, if you write one place, other who don't know how to prepare a tea, they can read your algorithm or they can read your step by step information or recipe and they can also prepare an tea. After this, we will read about step number 4. After doing these 3 steps, what does step 4 says? Step 4 says algorithm detailing. What? Detailing. After preparing this much of things, after preparing a tea, if you serve in a steel glass, it will not look nice. If you serve in a teacup with a tea plate like that, all that means how you are serving is what is that your detailing. In your MasterChef you have seen after making the dishes also they are decorating the plates. What are the detailing? It shows that how perfect your algorithm is or how perfect your solution is or how beautiful is your solution is. Okay. After algorithm detailing means you understood to decorate it or to present in a better way. After detailing, what we need, a step 5 is last and but not the least, step 5, review. What? Review. After writing your algorithm, you have to check it. You have to review it that your algorithm what you have prepared for making a tea, is it possible or not? You have to review it. You have to recheck it. If it is possible, then you can use that algorithm for your home. Okay. You have to review it. First, what we are studying, problem description. You have to see what the problem is. Then problem analysis. You have to analyze what I need, what I want to know about everything. What you know, want to know about that, how to prepare it. You have to analyze it. Then develop it. Develop a high level algorithm. Don't develop now T. You develop a high level algorithm. Only step to prepare how to prepare a T. After preparing a how to prepare a T, just algorithm detailing. Means after preparing, what should I do, how I will serve it, how I spoke to the person, how I give to him, at a time 3 cups or 2 cups, like that, all the things you have to decide. You have to decide how I will serve the guest. Then step 5, what we say, review. Review means you have to check what I have prepared, what the steps I have prepared, is it possible or not. You have to check it. Understood? After checking only you can say that is it possible or not. These all things are required to prepare a develop an algorithm. These all things you have to have in your mind when you are developing an algorithm. One example is given here, page number 38. One algorithm was given, writing algorithm, how to write it. You can learn it from your book. Then step by step in blue box it was shown you step 1, what the meaning of step 1, explanation. With the explanation they have shown you step in 1 hour and advantage and disadvantage of algorithms also shown you. Now I will explain you about the advantage and disadvantage of an algorithm. I hope you all have understand this one very well. Step 1, problem description. Step 2, problem analysis. Step 3, develop the high level algorithm. Step 4, algorithm detailing should be there. And step 5, review should be there. Now we will learn about advantage and disadvantage of an algorithm. First we will read about advantage of an algorithms, because before disadvantage, advantage should be known. Okay, so there are 3 advantage. First, what the advantage is, it is easy to write. Easy to write. In normal English language you can write it. That's why it is very easy to write. Okay, first advantage, it is easy to write. Then easy techniques are there. What? Easy techniques are there. Easy techniques are there. Easy technique means writing, way of writing, step 1, step 2, step 3. Is it easy or not? Okay, you have to write in only steps. So it is an easy technique also. And what is the third one? Is easy identification. Easy identification means, easy identification means what you have written in an algorithm, they can be read or understand by any non-IT person also. Non-IT person means a person who are not related to the computer, means who are not studied a single word about a computer. They can also read your algorithm step by step and they can do the problem solving process. Okay, this is very easy to identify what you want to say by through the algorithm. Now we will learn about or read about disadvantage of an algorithm. Disadvantage of an algorithm. Disadvantage also 3 are there. First of all, what is? It is a very much time consuming. What? Time consuming. Okay, this is a very much time consuming. To write an algorithm step by step, sometimes 10 steps, 15 steps are there. You have to think what I have to put, what I have not to put, like that you have to think, and it will consume your time so much. Okay, first disadvantage is time consuming. Next, what is the second one? It is the second one is difficult is to show branching. Branching means sometimes some tasks or some problems are have 2 or 3 ways, 3 way to go. Here also you have to you can go here also, like that. So many answers are also there, like that type of difficult to branching or looping. Looping and branching you will learn about further, but normal like definition I will give you, that difficult to branching means if you have a work, like that, from that work you can prepare so many things. For example, juice. Okay, you can juice a lemon juice also, orange juice also, like that. If you are preparing a steps to prepare how to prepare a juice, there in one way you will stop, because you have to tell what type of juice you are making: lemon, orange, apple, banana or mango, like that. So that way you can't make branches, means step like that, step other things you can't make branches. You have to prepare a single recipe. Understood? You have to put the heading mango juice, then you can prepare mango, then orange, then guava, then like that. But at a time you can use this branching process. Branching means, for example, if I tell you your father is a father, son, daughter, and then son, daughter, like that branches going on. This type of branches we can't show in a algorithm. Then what is the third one? What we have a disadvantage in this one is complex task. Complex task means we can't use complex tasks in the algorithm. Complex task means what? As per you, what are the examples of a complex task? A task which is not possible or which is very complex to understand. Very complex to understand. For example, if a person is a non-IT person or is a person who don't cook at all, if you say him to prepare a machine or something else like that machine which can do all the things in the work, if he don't know the electric work, if he don't know the mechanical work, everything is there, na? Electric also, mechanical also, like that, everything is there. So it is a complex task, means mixture of tasks. It can't be shown in the algorithm. And the tasks which have so many things, for example, if you call an cycle mechanic to repair your car, is it possible to repair him? No, it's for him it is a complex task. If you say them also that do this, do that, then also they will not able to prepare it. So this way complex tasks cannot be done on a algorithm. So children, this much for today. Part 1 over. We have learned about so many things. Now in the part 2 we will learn about flowchart. What? We will read about flowchart. Thank you and have a nice day.